welcome everybody back to Chrono Reviews. I got something in the mail today, and that's nothing less than the Figma Madoka Kaname from Puella Madoka Magica, which is a quite new Magica Girl series, and it's quite original and very popular. And now that I have all the Nanoha Figmas, it's nice to have another Magical Girl series to collect from. And they actually have made every character of the Magical Girls from Madoka, and I have seen the colored versions and pre-ordered every one of them except Kyoko, which is only revealed in graysculpt, but it will be out soon in color too, I guess. Anyhow, Madoka, the package is the standard Figma box, but it have a very nice color scheme that fits Madoka well with the pink and everything. There's nice art of the character here. You can see the character here, and it looks really good already. I will explain why. Usual Figma here, usual art on the top, and the same at the bottom. But this figure I've been awaiting since a while, and I'm really happy to have it. And actually there's things about it that makes it go over my expectations. Alright, here she is, Figma Madoka Kaname, and I must say I will now show to you the reasons why this Figma looks very good. And the first things I noticed was such a detailed sculpture and such a clean paint job. And also you can see on those details the paint job is actually toned and not just flat colored, and there is such much detail all over this character. Just amazing. So the sculpture was very over the expectations, so kind of this is above usual Figma quality. And the likeness to the character is really good too. Even the unique texture on the eyes, the shape of her head, which fits the unique style of the Madoka series as well. Now let's check the articulation of this figure. The head is of course ball jointed, and her twin tails can also be moved on ball joints. You can even turn the tie itself on the ribbons like this, and that applies to both, of course. Her fringe can be removed for when you change face. Okay, I'm gonna do that later. And there is ball jointed shoulders, elbow joints, and hands that can swivel and move like this, so like a ball joint. And of course you can remove the hands for switching hands. There's a soft piece here that allows for smooth torso movement, sideways and back and forth like this, and it follows very smoothly. And the legs are of course ball jointed too. There are knee joints, they can even turn like this, and there are the ball jointed feet. And this detail, this ribbon here, it can be turned around too. So this figure is both nicely poseable, regardless of her quite limiting outfit and everything. Nice sculpture and good poseabilities. Right, accessories is of course the Figma bag, and there is the parts for the Figma stand. It's simply attached like this. And there is a set of hands for holding her weapons and everything. And there's, I haven't put this out of plastic, but it's an extra hand here. It reminds me of the one with Higurashi Kagami from Inuyasha, which also had a bow, so I guess this is the hand that would hold an arrow. So I'll try that out when I'm posing her up. And here's also those jewel seeds, or was it jewel seeds? Or was that the name in Nanoha? Probably. The grief seeds was those. No. I really need to rewatch the series. However, there's 2 of those. And there is also a serious face. And her panicked or worried face. And I understand her reactions, really. There's also a figure of Kyubey. And this figure have a ball-jointed head. Yeah, the head is ball-jointed, but nothing else as far as I know. Yeah, but it's detailed and good looking. And there's also her bow. First off, in this staff form. And this is also very detailed and well painted and everything. And there is also the bow in activated form. And just as nice, clean and detailed as the other. And there is a set of arrows. Now I dropped one on the floor. Right, here it is. Clear energy arrows like she used. Those are made in a nice, clear pink plastic. And there's not one, but a total of 4 arrows. And that's also nice. Now, the story and everything in Madoka was very good, and I was surprised how good it was. Because normally I would have been disappointed because she wasn't using her magical girl powers much, except in a few episodes, in a flashback, and in the ending. I'm not going to spoil details, but normally I would have expected more, since she's the title character and supposed to use those powers and stuff. But I was surprisingly surprised, how that makes sense, how good it was, and I enjoyed this series a lot. And I am considering playing the PSP game that's coming out too. Alright. Madoka Kaname posed up with her bow and arrow in a fairly simple pose, but yet nice in my opinion. She's nice and easy to pose, the parts fit very well. And as a little comparison, here is another magical girl title character, which is Nanoha Takamashi, and they are pretty similar in size, and I think they are pretty similar in age too, around 10 years old or so. So I think this is a pretty good scale with each other. And as a contrast, we also have the adult Nanoha from Nanoha Strikers, which is taller, of course. So I think this is a pretty good scale, and they fit good together as well. It's probably in my Nanoha display that Madoka will have to stand until she gets some friends from her own series to be displayed with. So let's take another closer look. I attached the serious face for battles and stuff, and it looks just as good. Prepare to die. Well, the fringe was easy to switch. The characters, the hands holds the bow and stuff very well, and it's easy to fit the arrow into that hand. It was that extra hand was for the arrow, just like I predicted, and it worked well, as I said. Now, what do I think about this Figma? It's one of my favorites. I used to say that, but Figma is constantly improving, and this one is no exception. This one is actually above my expectations, both in detail and paint job. So this is one of my best Figma purchase I have done, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of the Madoka series Figmas. So until next time, sayonara and take care.